Hello, everybody. I'm going to start a new segment on the daily stream, and that's going to be called 101 So Bad They're Good Dad Jokes. And this is going to be the first of 101. So, in 100 days, we will get to the end of the book. Along the way, I will give you some insight into how this came to be in my possession. So the first one is, Dad, or son, did you get a haircut? Dad, no, I got them all cut. Thank you for watching. Now back to our regular stream.
Hey.
Hey Chris, hey Jeff.
Hiding there waiting and still couldn't get in first. That thing holds me up for like a minute when I get in the waiting room.
I just saw you join, so it's actually me. Chris has been there probably about 6 or 7 minutes that I know about.
I tried to one click on the thing about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes ago, and it just told me.
Yeah, that's about right. So I added a new feature tonight and kind of didn't put it where I wanted it, but that's cool. It works.
I haven't been waiting for host to start meeting.
Yep.
I haven't. That's what I was doing.
Well, I literally just started this meeting, the Zoom meeting, less than 2 minutes ago. So if you join anything past that, you would sit in the waiting room, yes.
I've been waiting.
I figured you were over there watching your best buddy out of Arizona.
I stopped watching it because he's wrapping it up. Yeah, he's wrapping it up. I think Stealth Mode said he might buy that computer.
Oh, I know he was putting one together, but I wasn't watching all of it. I had 100 things to do.
He did complete it because he was saying he was going to wait and see if anybody was interested in it. And I think it was Stealth Mode was saying his daughter might need one for school.
A desktop?
He expressed an interest to carry, and then somebody in New Mexico expressed an interest. So they're closer, so they might get first dibs on it.
Sure. Well, not only that, but they might pay cheaper shipping costs as well.
Yeah. Although he was going to sell it for the cost of the parts and the shipping.
Right.
So.
Cost of the parts nowadays cost, or cost of the parts his cost back in the day?
Well, I don't know what he meant. He just said he was not going to charge for labor, basically.
Right.
And he said he's claiming he really doesn't need the money, but he just wants to get some of these out the door and not taking up space.
Yeah, I actually heard someone we all know and will probably not join us tonight actually say, well, I'm a lot like Kerry Holzman. I got all these computers and I don't know what to do with them. Well, to the best of my knowledge, he's got 2 extra computers, not a bunch of computers. Hey, Tony Wallow's joining us.
The AMD mini computer showed up at his aunt's.
Oh yeah, it has. Alex and I spent about 6 hours today trying to find a reliable remote program for him to connect in, and after many trials and errors and frustrations, more on his part than my part, he finally is going to go with AnyDesk. He likes that one. Says it works the best. It does everything he wants it to do. Of course, I was his guinea pig. The one feature.
That's Alex, right?
Right, that would be Alex. No, I don't know if they got the Alexa going or not. I don't think they did. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure I know they didn't, because when I called Josh to let him know about AnyDesk, he was like, "Oh, I'm redoing my Dell." I'm like, "Why in the world are you redoing your Dell?" And then his logic was sound. His aunt doesn't want her information on that computer. So he's doing a clean install. Okay. You know, I get it. I get it.
Then he's going to give that one to Natasha?
No, he says he's going to give that one to his cousin.
Okay.
But then again, I thought he was giving Aunt Mary's old computer to his cousin. But I think it's in the closet, so I honestly do not know. I honestly think he does not know.
Well, it's whatever comes into his mind at the moment.
Right, exactly. Now, when I left them about 40 minutes ago, now, 20, between 20 and 30 minutes ago, they were still yakking away on what they're going to do with that new computer.
So he was actively involved in this thing between you and Alex today?
Off and on, yes. Off and on he was, yes.
Probably slowed you down when he got in there.
No, because I really just, I told him basically, this is my chat, my rules. And he adhered to him. He was actually non-Josh-like. Hey, Sean.
That depends on the days. On some days, things just seem to upset him a lot and he's angry at everything.
Right. Good to see you. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Hey, Sean.
I wanted to get a little earlier start than what I wanted to get, than I did actually. But this is going to work out all right, I think. I'm so mad right now. I'm going to have to cough up some money and actually buy DaVinci Resolve. Because one of the effects I want to use, I can't get it to work in the free version. And I'm not doing this tomorrow. I'm still going to keep looking into this.
Well, let me ask you a question here.
Sure.
I know very little about it. But when I first went to their website and looked around, it seemed to me that all the software was free, but they had equipment that you could use with it that cost a pot full of money.
Well, they have equipment as well, and I've got that tab brought up somewhere. But they also have the paid version doesn't put watermarks on some of your stuff. And
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize they had a separate paid version of the software. I just thought they sold a bunch of add-ons.
right, well, since
my misunderstanding.
yeah, since Greg's not here, I will show you what I'm talking about. Give me just a second here to figure out where I put it.
Well, I mean, it's
Well, one of the programs we used earlier today switched my displays around, and my 1 was my 3, my 3 was my 2, and my 2 was my 1. So when I got that back to 1, 2, 3, my icons did that number. So I'm all screwed up right now, and I'm not real happy about it. And Alex doesn't seem to know why it did what it did. I just had everything really the way I liked it. I knew where stuff was at, and it was great. It really was great. And then one of the ones we were testing, it just really screwed it up. So let me get this going here, and then I will share my screen here in just a second. So the clock should have disappeared from the YouTube stream, I think. Maybe. No, maybe not. Oh, I'm going to get lucky and they did not. Did I have an update? Yeah, I updated from 17 to 18. And you guys will see this immediately what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and share this screen. Maybe if I can get my mouse to work. And yeah, see, even on Zoom, my screen 3 is now my screen 2. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Oh, you're talking about your monitors?
Yeah. Well, how the computer sees them, it is.
Right.
Okay, so Zoom's not going to see this, but you guys should see the big watermark here. And Jeff will... I hope.
3 loaves of a flour or something?
Right, but there's in the background there should be 2 semi trucks, right? Way back when I shot this, I had the intent to do what I finally got around to doing. So I'm going to hit play, And YouTube, I'll get it back to you guys in just a second. So remember, Jeff, when I first took this video, I said I'm going to figure out a way to get something on the back of these trucks.
Right.
Well, I did. But you see what's in the middle of it. It says DaVinci Resolve Studio with 1,000 little dots because that's their watermark.
I'm seeing that on Zoom. I'm not seeing anything on the stream yet.
Right. That's because I don't have it set up yet. Give me just a second. I will fix that.
Right.
That way everybody can see it. I believe I just have to go in here to this one and use that. And then I have to go into here and use that. And then that should do it. Right. And now if I share my screen now, I believe everybody's going to see it. And let's see if that's going to be the case. So I'm going to share. I'll wait and see if it pops up over here on YouTube. And it's still black. Okay. Doggone it. Oh, I'll get it. I did some moving around today. I actually have I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen for a second. I'm going to bring this over here to put this on this screen. Minimize it so I can play around in. Oh, this is just going horribly wrong. Yeah. I'm working on it. I know it's gone. I'm aware of that. OBS, virtual camera. Virtual camera is on. Virtual camera is on. Now I got to go find the correct scene, which is hopefully that's going to show up over there soon. If not, I'm just going to call it a night and start drinking heavily. Apparently it's not going to. So you guys still got a black screen, right?
There you go. I'll share one of these with you. You can reach through the camera.
Yeah, I'll tell you something in a minute. So,
Oops, all gone.
well, as soon as I see OBS pop up over here, there's the fish cam. Logo screen's not working. Screen number 1. That's not working. Screen 3. Well, you know why? Because it's doggone stupid. There. Finally. Maybe. There. Yay! I did something wrong. Alright, so now, let me go find that. So I'm going to start this from the beginning. I got the audio shut off. You guys don't need my narration. So way back when I shot the video of the semis with the intent of doing this right here.
Right.
Please enjoy this debacle.
Now, I see on their homepage they charge $295.
Yeah, it's perpetual lifetime, so it's not that bad of a deal. And I've already discussed it with Mrs. K. You can see right there it got a little bit out of whack, but that's fine.
Upgrades.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
you upgrades when they come too?
I went from 17 to 18 so that I could do this specific effect, but I did not anticipate getting the watermark.
Right, but say if you pay the $295,
Yeah.
and then 19 comes out, are you going to get 19 or are you going to have to pay again?
No, it's perpetual lifetime. It'll be free
Okay, so the upgrades will be free after.
after that. Yeah. So that's where that ends.
Isn't that bad a deal if you get all the upgrades?
No, it's not. So again, if I could get rid of the watermark, I keep the free version. Now I actually have a version of this going where this truck right here on the right, I've got it masked out already as well. I just got to figure out how to either put another Ken Stout Live on there or what I'd really like to do is put something entirely different on there. Now, I figured that out on my own. I was really, really happy that I figured out how to mash two things at one time. But I'm really, really disappointed in that I don't know how to put that second image on there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this back to normal. Oh, sure I am.
Or whatever passes for normal doing our normal.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Zoom should be back. You guys should be seeing my lovely face right now. Now, I think somebody came in the waiting room. No, they did not. Okay. So now I've just got to go over here to OBS and turn off the virtual camera and go back to my main scene, which is right there.
Hello, everybody.
Turn that off, and it'll come back to be correct. Yep, there we go. Well, that went a little better than I thought it would. I see Jim has joined us. Photo Mixed Media has joined us. Robert has joined us. Zoom is open, boys. Don't be shy. Come on down. So, yeah, I was happy. I mean, I can show you in DaVinci Resolve before Greg gets here or after Greg gets here how I got both trucks are good. Dog, there's Greg. Can't do it no more. Okay, we got to stop talking about sharing screens. Wow.
Wake up, Greg. What were we just talking about, Greg?
No, we're not talking about Greg. We said we are not going to share our screens tonight because it gives Greg a migraine.
Oh.
uh,
I think I can stream on YouTube.
Greg?
The 24 hours went out, so.
There he is. Hey, Greg.
Yeah, what's up? I had trouble plugging in my camera again.
Yeah, your 24 hours should be up, Sean. You ought to be able to stream.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy a couple more of these webcams, and I can just set them up to, like, you know, different in OBS, right?
You can, different.
So that way that's the cheapest way I can go until I can start getting paid from YouTube, and then I can start buying better equipment.
Right, now you do know to get.
$24.
Right.
It's $24 for this 1080p webcam I'm using right now. So, cheaper than buying a camera.
What are you using for webcams?
An IFROO HD 1080 webcam.
I'm not familiar with that one.
If I'm allowed, I'll put the link in the Zoom messages. I just looked it up.
That's fine.
Alright.
Oh, good. Robert did include a bottle of alcohol in the package that I've got lost in Memphis, Tennessee.
I gotta get out my new monitor and try it out while I'm still in the 30 days to take it back to Costco.
Okay, the link is in there now.
Yep.
Alright.
See it. That's pretty happy. I mean,
For the price, it's a pretty good one.
yeah. Now you do know to get paid from YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
and then you have to have some ungodly, ridiculous number of views.
Yeah,
You have to have like 4,000 hours in 12 months. And in 12 months, you have to have like 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers or views or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the views will happen relatively quick. You'll find, and the subscribers, depending on your content, may be a little slow. I personally don't care if I get any more subscribers, and that's about a half truth. Sure, I would like to have more subscribers, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. If I get more, cool. If I don't, that's cool too. I know I will never have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to make money off YouTube. I'd rather stand on the street corner in my tattered t-shirt going, I stream live on YouTube every night. Help!
I'll take their money.
Yeah, I think most of us probably would. And somebody suggested I take it and donate it to charity, but I don't know that I want to go through that headache or not. I really don't.
I told Gary that I'd buy him some, I donated to his tape house so he can buy people Windows 10 and Office keys. And he's like, no, because the people would just screw him over like that.
You made me think. You made me think of something. Josh's new computer, that Nook, has got Windows 11 on it.
Really?
Windows 11 Pro.
Oh.
Yes. And the first thing he said was, I got to put it back to Windows 10. And Alex beat me to it. He says, no, you don't. So right now, as it stands, when I just left a little bit ago, it still had Windows 11 on it. And hopefully Alex can get him convinced to keep Windows 11 on it. He doesn't, I mean, what, honestly.
Broke. I mean, Windows 11 I don't like as well as 10 right now.
Right.
Damn, if it ain't broke. Leave it alone.
Yep, and then, do what, Sean?
I said I had to bend my dad's arm just to go to Windows 10. He'd rather stick with Windows 7, but.
Well, if it wasn't for the security issues, I would still be running Windows 7. But when there's no support and the security issues are the problem, I'm not going to run Windows 7.
I've gotten used to 10 enough, but I actually like it.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
It'll take some time for me to get used to 11.
Right.
Hopefully, by the time I have to go to it, some of the things they're lacking now will look more like 10.
Yep. Did everybody see Doug's upload earlier tonight?
No, I saw he uploaded something. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I told him it was a great video except for the part where he wants to suffocate me, and that was all in humor, but I don't think he took it as a joke.
Ask him if they saw my comment.
I saw your comments. Chris has got a great sense of humor. In fact, I have to explain something to Mrs. K tomorrow because of Chris's comments. Which is fine. So I pull into her employment tonight to take her dinner. There's a fire truck, 2 ambulances, and 4 cop cars. I'm like, my God, did the place burn down or what? And 2 of the residents had gotten into a fist fight. And one of them got hurt. And I think the other one was taken off to jail, from what I understand. I don't know. I would hope not.
Residents?
Huh?
One of the residents?
2 residents, yes. Yes.
Was it the same person that tried to go out that exit door?
I imagine one of them was. They've got one guy in there they've got issues with. Pardon my eye itches a little bit. I had to scratch it.
Well, I was going to ask if it was 2 little men fighting over an old woman.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Could not tell you. So Alex was pretty happy tonight. Josh got the computer. They got the Alexa. Some of us watched the upstream that is now no longer available because he did it on his phone. That would be Josh. And
But when he ordered that, didn't it say Windows 10?
it did, actually.
I would have really been upset, but it is what it is, I guess.
Well, yeah, the simple solution is if he doesn't like 11, put Windows 10 back on it. And I'm sure Alex can do that for him. But I think they'll work it out to where he'll keep it on there. Robert, the professor, and Josh were working on the Nook when I left. We had just finally gotten a remote program that Alex likes called AnyDesk. It's free. It's pretty much exactly like TeamViewer, except it's free. And you remember last night when Josh was complaining about TeamViewer, and he said, well, I can still connect to Natasha's computer. And we told him, well, be prepared. One of these days, you're going to connect, and it's going to immediately disconnect you, and you're going to join the rest of us. You remember that conversation?
Happened today?
Guess who called me tonight and said, Ken, I was on Natasha's computer. Go figure. So,
Well, now, does that have to be on each computer, I assume? Yes.
He'll put it on every computer he owns.
No, but I mean, like, if I wanted you to log into mine or something, you've got to have it, and I've got to have it, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Same thing with TeamViewer. Yeah, you've got to have it. I've got to have it. Now we checked out the one.
What's the distinction between Teams and TeamViewer?
Oh, I don't know. I've never used Teams.
The reason I ask is when I installed Office 2021 Pro, it put Teams on there for every account on the computer and automatically started it at startup. And I had to go and undo all of that.
Yeah. We tried the link that Catherine put in there, and it was okay until we both noticed at the same time that it was a trial. And we both literally said, nope, get rid of it, and it was gone. And the other thing about that one that Catherine gave us, it was harder than hell to get off my computer. And she starts with the texting.
Hey, when I got my first laptop, it was right when Vista came out, but I got it, and the box said Windows XP Media Center. But guess what? It had on it Windows Vista. But it was a box inside another box. Some of those models did have XP Media Center and Acer.
It was interesting, I bought an HP desktop at Costco years ago on Black Friday actually. And it came with Windows XP Media Center, but with a free upgrade to Vista if I wanted it, which I never took. The XP Media Center actually worked fairly well. We were living in Aiken, South Carolina at that time. And the cable company there, we had one cable box in the bedroom where we had the TV we were watching most of the time. And then with the TV tuner in this XP Media Center worked fine. So my wife and I could watch different programs at the same time.
Cool.
Which was useful.
Yeah, Robert says that he likes the Google Chrome remote desktop. We tried that, and neither one of us really liked. I think we ended up trying 6 different things today. And he really liked UltraViewer until it would not function for him, but it would function for me. And then he literally called me when I was driving home, and he was so excited. He goes, "Ken, I found one I really like." I'm like, "Alex, I'm driving down the road right now. When I get home, we'll get together, you know." Which we did, and he likes it. Now, the only thing I don't like about AnyDesk is it's got a function in there to where if I'm connected to Jeff's computer, I can click a box, and it blacks out Jeff's screen, and he has no idea what I'm doing. I do not like that feature. I always like the ability when I talk to someone or remotely went into someone, primarily my mom, she could see what I was doing at the same time I was doing it.
Now, does that depend on who's logging into who's?
Well, we determined, and I agree with him, that for Josh, that's a good thing because Alex can go in there and do the things that need to be done without being interrupted. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, but like if you and I were hooking up, it would depend who was logging into whose computer.
Right. If you were logging into mine, right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just did not like that. But other than that, I did like AnyDesk. In fact, it's still installed on my computer.
Actually, yeah, you're right about that. If Alex really needs to fix something, he can do it without interruption.
Right, and he could actually do it without, if he's fast enough, he can do it without him ever knowing that he's logged in and fixing his computer. If he's fast enough. Now, he did set...
Now, do you leave something running on the remote computer all the time so that you can log in?
I would think you would have to, but I don't. You know, I'll ask him that next time I talk to him because we did, you name it, we did it. And that boy can think of some things to check on a computer I would have never thought of. The one thing he set up, he goes, "I'm going to set this up so I can log in without you having to do anything." He did it. He goes, "Okay, I'll see what happens." And he logged right in. So, I don't know. That's a good question if it's got to be running or not.
Something that just is in Windows startup for the administrative account.
Could be. Could
You
be.
know, like on mine, I've got some things that don't start up the same for all the accounts, like I have a small OneDrive account for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But it only starts up when I log into my personal account on the computer, not the administrative account.
Right.
And all that can be separate. So, yeah, he can set that up probably just to start up into the administrative account. And
Yeah.
he's got the only administrative account password, he can leave it.
Yep. Well, that's what he plans on doing. So real quick, I got to tell you about dinner. I was supposed to cook dinner tonight, but because I'm tied up with Josh and Alex, at 7 rolled around, 7:15 rolled around. No way I'm cooking dinner. So pizza sounded pretty good. And there's this place down by her work called the Greek Pizzeria, and I go in there and I order and I sit down at the bar to watch Jeopardy, and the guy sitting next to me, we got to talking about a song that was playing. He goes, "Oh, you're former military." I thought, "Oh, this ain't going well." I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He goes, "What was your MOS?" Well, most people don't refer to something in the military about. So as soon as he said, "What was your MOS?" I knew he was prior military.
Yep.
Right?
Isn't that sort of like what you do in the military?
Basically, yeah. MOS is your,
yes.
yeah.
Short for military occupation specialty.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we sat there and talked. Come to find out, this guy was stationed in South Korea, less than 5 miles away from where I was stationed at in South Korea. At the same time, I was stationed in South Korea. I mean, the world is so small. And then he was like, "Well," he goes, "Brother, you need to come up here to this bar." I said, "I don't drink." He goes, "Oh, you don't have to drink." He goes, "We get together every other Saturday, and it's a motorcycle club for vets." I said, "I don't own a bike." He goes, "That's not a problem either." So I will take Warner up there one of these Saturdays and just check it out.
Well, nice to run into somebody you can relate to.
It was. We sat there and talked
You'll
for.
have a bike in about 2 months, probably.
Do what?
I said, you'll have a motorcycle in about
No, Lauren and I have had that conversation, and no, as much as I would like to get one, I'm not going to get a bike.
We both had them, my wife and I, at least I wish. We're tooling now.
Yeah.
I had a motorcycle years ago, and I kept telling my wife when I retired I was going to buy a Honda Gold Wing. And she said, "You don't need to get it with the back seat because I ain't going to be on it." And then I found out how much a big bike like that costs, and I said,
Yeah.
I could buy a decent small car for that money.
Sure.
Isn't it about 18 now?
What's that?
About 18 grand? No.
Oh, the one I was looking at was 29.
Whew.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You might need to deliver it.
my thoughts exactly.
Which sounds a 6-cylinder back, I think.
I think Jim said Kerry was wrapping up, if I look through the comments
Yeah, he was
correctly.
saying he was done when I got off before I joined you. I don't know if he's still going or not. He was pretty much done with however car he was going to build today.
I talk about joking, carrying money sometimes. This is where the end of the Bible, not joking. I worked with a guy who was accounting. I wasn't. Now, I'm not trying to say this the wrong way, but he definitely acted. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. He did. He bought a nice Harley, okay? A beauty. And he was gonna go so far up from Michigan, they would drive, so he had a trailer park. Left the trailer park there, kept going. He got afraid of the Harley. Had to have one of his friends ride it back. He rode it behind the guy. Ready for this? He got back to work, and the first person would give him cash for it, half what he paid you to take it. I kid you not. Half, or whatever you take.
I mean, but when I bought a motorcycle, it was a small one. It was a Honda way back when. 350cc, 4-cylinder. That was the 350s, 550s, and 750s in that line. Bought it brand new in 1974 for $1,400 cash.
They're actually nice bikes.
And I did like it, but then I moved to Tennessee after I got out of grad school. And I needed a separate license there. My regular driver's license in Kansas was good for motorcycles as well as cars. In those days, they didn't require you actually do anything about how to ride a motorcycle.
Hey, y'all
In Michigan, go ahead, Chris, I'm sorry.
Y'all get a kick out of this. We one time for Christmas, my mother and dad got me and my sister a Honda Aero 50, which is a small scooter. And my dad told me, he said, pull that gas. He said, pull it all the way back. And he didn't actually mean pull it all the way. And I actually pulled it all the way back. And then I wrecked it. So it had a scratch on, mine had a scratch on the side of it.
We had, my dad, I should say, I got it too. Had the big Harley, you know, one of the hands on both sides, you know. I mean, he was engineered for it. You know, he looked like the quintessential biker. But his kid, who was like 19 or 20, was trying to make explosives. And he did. Both hands got blown up. This is not, you know, nothing funny. And they said they tried to find him a motorcycle because you got an automatic or had a little clutch. And he couldn't find one. And then he found one of the English bikes. I think he had to have them customized or something. Spent like $5 grand to customize the bike for his kid. But
I didn't ride it for a long time, for 2 or 3 years. I didn't ride it.
At 1:45 in the morning yesterday.
Real quick, not funny with him, one of those. I heard the Jim Seals and Crocs guy today. You ever heard that?
Huh?
Seals and Crocs, Diamond Girl.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He died today.
Did not hear that yet.
80. I write that out. How many years left I have? 180.
Yeah, I doubt I'll ever have another motorcycle, but if I did, I'd probably buy an Indian at this point.
Oh, I love it.
And just for sentimental reasons, although he didn't have one when I was growing up, my dad had an Indian way back in the day. I got a friend in Kansas I went to high school with who takes a lot of long bike trips. And he's got an Indian now, he really likes it.
I have a cousin who, I mean, he used to be a school principal, he's probably mid-70s, 80 even. He's got,
Oh my gosh, now that
top line Suzuki, which he likes. Kind of like the old one type concept.
Yeah, one of my neighbors got 3 houses on the corner. He's probably in his 60s someplace. I think he's retired now. He got laid off from one of the big casinos here during COVID. And he and his wife each have a Harley. And he rides it quite a bit.
One thing I'll say about Harleys on the good side, and I'm not saying is they have a lot of weight. And the weight's low to the ground.
And I think the ones he and his wife have are really fairly good bikes. There was a time during when Harley was owned by AMF that their bikes were crap.
Hey, the AMF bowling balls were craps.
And so, but then the employees or somebody got together and they bought it out from AMF, and then they kind of started a resurgence where the quality went up again.
But not everybody likes evolution in particular. But, hey.
So I'd like to divert. Well, wait a minute. Let me figure out why my.
We're done if you actually want to do something on your own channel like this.
No, you're good. I want to divert everyone's attention to the YouTube stream if you're not watching.
All right.
And this is going to be a new segment that I will eventually figure out where to put it in. But for right now, I'm going to place it right here. Please enjoy. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start a new segment on the daily stream. And that's going to be called 101 So Bad They're Good Dad Jokes. And this is going to be the first of 101. So in 100 days, we will get to the end of the book. Along the way, I will give you some insight as to how this came to be in my possession. So the first one is, Dad, or son, did you get a haircut? Dad, no, I got them all cut. Thank you for watching. Now back to our regular stream.
I'll let you go on some, but that one's even older than I am.
I hadn't heard that one though.
That's the first of 101. So, Alex, if you can hear us, are you going to join us, or are you just going to sit there muted and with your picture on there?
We're gonna talk about your video.
I'll come on. Of course I am doing right as Josh called me again.
Yeah, he called me at the same time you joined. So, what's up?
Oh, just I got good news for Gary.
I think he might know, but go right ahead.
Josh's new computer is either gonna come with Windows 10 Home or just what it came with.
Ken told us.
Windows 11 Pro.
I'm surprised. It's gonna be pro.
That's pretty good.
Nothing went pro. Now he's got it.
That's pretty much what I said too.
Yeah, so just leave it alone and let it rip. There's a Windows 11 update going to come out not in the not too distant future. What is it, 22H2?
You got her. It's supposed to come out ahead of the Windows 10 version.
Well, supposedly the remaining updates to 10 are not going to be very big, and a lot of the updates to 10 are going to come through individual features like apps through the Windows Store. A lot of things are going to that. I have a set of Fortran C and C++ compilers bought from a company called Simply Fortran. And they repackage the GNU compilers with some additional things in it, and they do it at a very reasonable price, and their stuff is now available through the Windows Store, as well as being an app you can download and install. So a lot of folks are going there apparently.
Is it free or?
No, it's not free. You get a 30-day free trial, but I've gotten, I don't know how many updates to it for, it was like, I don't know, $125. And the only time you have to pay again is when they have a major version change, like go from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 or whatever. All the intermediate versions are free upgrades where they add a few little features and fix things and yada yada.
Yeah,
I'm really happy
usually,
with it.
yeah, no, usually when you do it's free. Not always, but.
Well, but they actually are recompiling the GNU stuff themselves from scratch, and they've added a few things in there, or repaired a few things that may not be in the real version. I don't know if you remember Leahy or not. Tom Leahy was the guy who developed Fortran compilers way back in the day and started his own company. And they had some really good compilers back in the day, but then this guy retired and the company's kind of gone to pot since then. And they repackaged GNU compilers, but they're back at version like 4 or 5, and everybody else now is up to like version 11 or 12 at this point. So.
Hey Tim,
Yes.
can you do me a favor? Can you email me the new link so I don't have to keep going forever in my email? It's pretty far down.
Yeah. I'll get around to that
Thank you.
in a minute. So why are you on your phone? Why are you not on your new computer?
Because I'm working on the Dell computer.
Yeah, you need to take that Dell and throw it out the window.
Yeah, Josh.
I believe Alex is still working on it.
Were you just sanitizing it and going to give it away, or what?
You like to share it.
My cousin's gonna take the Dell computer.
Alright.
So Alex, you still working on the Nook?
Not at the moment.
No, you tell me you're not working on that Dell, please.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch the Dell anymore or Natasha's those laptops. I'm done with those two.
Okay, do we all have to look over here like this when we're talking to you like you're talking to us?
Well, it's because I have my.
I know why it is. I'm just saying, do you want us to lean to the left or lean to the right? You tell us. We'll all lean to the left. How's that sound? All those of us you can see.
As long as I'm unfixable.
Hey, Alex, what more did I do to the AMD?
Good question. What more do you have to do to the AMD machine?
Check for the chip set. I set up an account for Aunt Mary and myself, and that's about it.
Well, I'm sure I'll be there testing it.
I can do it now.
Check to make sure the AMD chipset is updated.
I hope he did all that between the hour that we were gone and
Good to go. No exclamation marks in the device manager, and all the Windows updates have been ran.
good.
Pretty good progress then.
Yeah.
And that's 5, right? Ryzen 5.
Correct.
5 and 7.
5.
I thought it was 7.
No.
Couldn't afford the 7. Hey, Alex, how many screens do you have? Because I see you looking all over the place.
Alex has got 2 monitors and he keeps looking at the different monitors.
I've got YouTube and Zoom open on one, and I've got Josh's aunt's computer open on the other.
Yeah, one of them is a big TV that hangs on his wall.
Right. He's getting ready to join the world of 3 monitors, I believe. I think
I found me a 14-inch little 14-inch portable TV that has a HDMI input that would fit perfectly right on my little table, and I could have plugged it in and have 3 monitors if I really wanted.
Better get a magnifying glass if it's 14-inch.
Well, he puts it right there on his desk in front of him and he'll be alright.
I'm spoiled now. My old computer had a 24-inch monitor, which was pretty big for what I've been used to. And my new build has got a 32-inch, and now I don't have to go back on my own computer.
Josh, if you want to plug the webcam in, you can join on this computer. I'm logging you in. When I was young, that's all I had was 13-inch black and white TV.
That's what I had when I was went back to school after getting out of the army. My roommate and I, we both were starting grad school, and we rented a garage apartment. We split the cost of a 13-inch black and white TV.
But there was one time before that I actually had a color TV. But then we moved to a different town. I guess my mother and dad needed that TV, so for some reason I got a black and white TV. I don't remember why.
So I got a quick question for Sean. You're using this camera you posted the link for? That's what you're using right now?
Yeah. Actually, it's pretty good for
Yeah.
the price.
Yeah, real good.
I still have my first Dell computer that I sold to my dad, but all I did was put 6 gigs of RAM, and it had a quad 2 port in it, and I just upgraded it to a quad 2 quad, no, a 4 2 quad or whatever. So, yeah. Then just recently, my mom and dad have never had a flat screen in their life. And then all of a sudden, 2 years ago, my dad went to Costco and bought this $3,000 or $4,000 flat screen, 75-inch. And now they're happy and they don't use their tube TV. Their tube TV is still in the entertainment center, and their TV is up on top of the entertainment center. And so they're never going to go back to a tube TV. They just have it there because they're worried that if the flat screen goes out, they can just hook up the old one again.
It's always good to have a backup plan. Uh-oh, did Doug finally see my comment and he's not mad at me? Great video except for the part where you wanted to suffocate me. It was a good video. I thought it was very informative. I mean, I don't think he's ever done a bad video. And here's irony for you. So I was really happy. I got that where it's at, what I showed you guys a while ago. I got that done last night. We only watched about 20 minutes of the movie, kind of lost interest. It is what it is. So I came in here. I said, I'm going to get DaVinci 18 up and running. I'm going to see if I can do this. And I did. About 3:30 this morning, I got it. Cool, I'm going to bed. I can finish it up in the morning. Wake up this morning, got that stupid watermark. So I thought, I'll watch my YouTube video on removal of DaVinci watermark, which by the way is now over 250 views. And ladies and gentlemen, as if I called him on the phone and said, please join us, we will welcome in a special guest. And this was not planned, by the way. It was not planned, by the way. I think he's having some issues. There he is. Oh, he's like Jim. He didn't pay the light bill yet.
Alexa, turn on studio lights.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Doug.
Hi, I busted.
Glad to see you. Good to see you.
Thank you. I'm not going to be here very long because actually this is my bedtime. But I want to be sure you're still alive and breathing and all.
Yeah, you haven't suffocated me yet. I like the thought.
Did you see my comment on your video?
I did, and I clicked the like and hearts on everybody's comment.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, Chris, you were in this last batch. So yeah, I just replied to that, or just did the thumbs up in the heart.
Does Felina have a sister?
Hey, Felina sounds pretty, but you haven't seen her yet, so don't count it.
Well, Doug, Ken got me set up on OBS. And finally, I passed my 24 hours. I guess I could stream them for 24 hours at the laptop. And I'm just gonna go buy a couple more webcams and a capture card, and it's gonna be like $80-something when I'm done buying all of that. And wait till I can afford a better setup.
All right. Good. I'm glad that worked out.
It only took 3 videos to get it, but yes. Go ahead, Alex. Give your good news.
Hi, Alex.
I've just spent the past few days upgrading Josh's aunt's computer.
Okay.
He bought an Xbox because he thought he needed it. He didn't really need. I got him to take the Xbox back, send me the money in Amazon gift cards, so I could purchase his aunt a new computer and have it sent to her. And it's working perfectly fine. And we couldn't have asked for any better.
Oh, that's great.
He said it's going to come with Windows 10 Home, and it actually came with Windows 11 Pro already activated.
Cool.
And no junk software whatsoever on it.
Oh, that's great.
So we're very happy.
Well, who was the manufacturer? I know it had AMD.
It's a really funky manufacturer. Cool Fun.
Oh.
It is, but surprisingly enough, when I looked at all programs, the features, it did not have not one piece of crappy software. All it had on it was like OneDrive and the AMD stuff.
All right. Good.
Sounds good.
That's good news.
And all that for less than $400, 16 gigs of RAM and 500 gig NVMe.
All right. While I was eating dinner, I caught that you settled on a different remote connection software.
Yes.
Yes.
The TeamViewer was messing up.
Yeah.
It don't matter who was connecting to who. It just you can only connect for about a minute if you're using the free version, and then it disconnects.
Yep.
So, right now, until some changes, until they decide to keep the bucket, we've discovered that any desk is the best solution.
Okay. I was wondering if you had considered those
portable routers that I demonstrated on one of my videos, and using a dynamic DNS so that you could connect through VPN and remote
I would
desktop.
do that. I would do that if I had physical access to both sides.
Okay.
But in this case, since I don't have physical access to both sides, I have to depend purely on some remote connection software. This is the best. This is the best because it'll, unlike TeamViewer, any desk allows me to do three things. It allows me to remote to file transfer. It allows me to block user input, block keyboard and mouse, and allows you to black out the screen.
All right.
Which is two options that TeamViewer took away long ago.
Yeah. Well, you found a good answer, so I think you're good.
And if I ever did need to pay for it, it's only like $20 a month for like 3,000 connections or whatever.
All right.
So
Now, so then the solution that you were recommending with, will that work with any router, or did you have a particular router in mind?
No, I haven't done this yet, but it should be configurable to where you can configure it to connect to the Ethernet port on an existing router, and this router would pick up its internet address from the LAN port of the host's router.
Right, all of those are using DHCP, I assume.
Yeah, it'd be picking up the DHCP address just like any computer that was plugged into an Ethernet port. And then it would use dynamic DNS for it to pick up its own static IP address on the internet. And then any device that was connected to this router through its Ethernet ports, or through a Wi-Fi port, would be accessible from Alex's side, or whoever the technician side is, and as a virtual private network, where all they gotta do is remote desktop to the name of that computer, and be able to connect to it. So then that portable router could then be taken to some other home or hotel or anything, and it would become automatically a host without any configuration.
that's the way I had it set up. The setup you're describing is how I had it set up at college, because I had physical access to both sides of the connection. I had VPN set up on our firewall. So then everybody would have to do, if somebody wanted to connect, all they'd have to do is I'd give them the executable to run on for opening VPN on their computer, and I get, as long as they had a username and a password on the firewall, they'd be able to connect.
Okay. Ken, in response to a question you sent a little while ago about doing an interview.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that, and I checked with the PR department, and Doug in the PR department said that we shouldn't talk about topics that would be good for my Saturday show, but other topics would be great. So I was thinking of even submitting a list of potential questions that people wouldn't know to ask, but they might be interesting.
Sure. That's fine. And we could actually do it a little earlier, because if this is your time you normally go to bed, we can do it at a convenient time for you as well.
Yeah, well, I think starting at 7 o'clock and aiming for half an hour would be perfect.
7 your time?
7 my time is your usual starting time.
Okay, that'll work.
Did you start a little bit later today?
Yes. Well, what I'll do is I'd like to do it on a Thursday, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
And I'll work it out with Mrs. K that we'll do it on her Thursday off, or I'll go to dinner early so that I can be here and start it at 7 your time.
Okay.
Sure.
And I was also thinking, if you're interested, that we could pitch it on my Saturday live stream.
Yes. Good idea.
Maybe get some more people steered over to your channel.
That would.
Really like what you guys have been, what you people have been doing.
Thank you.
Sessions and the way you really get to know each other and support each other and work on things.
I appreciate that. Hi, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
What enthusiasm? What's going on?
Yeah. I'm the droopy dog of the group. You know what? I'm happy.
If you put my website on the new computer, yes, the free version, so you have to go in and activate it, or I'll have to go in and activate it once you deactivate the old version on the other computer. I already deactivated the old version earlier. But if you want to go in and activate the version on the new computer, I've already installed it for you.
Can you get the internet right now?
Do what, Gary?
Can you get the internet right now?
Oh yeah, I think he can. I believe that he can.
And where is the internet?
He can get on the internet right now, right, Alex?
Go on the new computer.
On the new computer, he can, right?
Correct.
Okay.
She just got rid of the antivirus. She put the new one back on. You just said
We're not talking about, he didn't put we're not putting WebRoot on there, but he bought a 3-year license for malware rights, and we're going, and we want to put that on there.
yeah, but he said that he took the printer off already.
No, he didn't, the printer's still on there.
Josh, is the printer still on there?
But that?
You have Microsoft the printer still there.
Yeah. Yes.
You can turn it off.
Yeah, dude, why do you think I'm so stupid? I'm not stupid, dude.
Why did you turn it off?
I didn't. It's on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodnight.
Doug, let's get together. Saturday idea I like. The 23rd of June will work out really good for me, but we can discuss it further down the road as we get things tidied up and anchored in, so to speak.
I'll be taking a nap then, sorry.
And thank you for joining us. And most importantly, thank you for not suffocating me. I really do appreciate that.
It was a close call.
Yes. Yes, it was. All right, Doug, thank you.
I just put it on my calendar.
All right, cool. We'll see you Saturday.
Good night,
Yep.
Tommy and everyone else in the YouTube chat and everyone on the Zoom session.
We briefly are at 11. We're shooting for 17. Good night, Doug.
Good night, Doug. So, Josh, why don't you plug in the webcam into the new computer and connect on Zoom on the new computer? I already signed you in and everything. Alright, hold on.
Hey, homie.
Hey, what's up, homies?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hey, homies, plural. Nada. Parker Morris joins us in the chat room. Hey, Parker, haven't seen you in a couple days. Hope all is good your way. VH Ringer's feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know if we'll see him tonight or not. I'm hoping we do. I've got a question for him. And it's 20 after 4 in Darren's neck of the woods, so he probably won't join us for a while. He got woke up at 2 o'clock by somebody. Not me. I got woke up.
I came in a little late. What's the deal with Doug?
You remember when we had Catherine and she shared her pictures and was explaining? We're going to do the same thing with Doug, only I want to take it a little bit in a different direction, and I want a question and answer session with him. And if you guys have questions you would like me to ask, submit them in comments or an email or whatever, and I'll ask them. Now, it sounds like it's going to be a little staged, though, because he's going to submit a list of questions to me.
It's gonna be like politicians then.
Yes.
Will he repair cell phones?
Well, let me write that down, and we'll ask him on the 23rd. So.
They try with the Windows Microsoft Apple.
I did want to ask him what he thought about TeamViewer shutting everybody off for free and making them subscribe, or trying to make them subscribe, or not subscribe, pay.
I would much rather pay the $20 a month for a penny desk.
I'm with the team viewer, and I don't hate it, but I know too many people that, oh, I got the paper.
You thought up on that cowboy? Yes. Okay.
Well, we all kind of figured it was a matter of time, Gary. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, what I was ready to say, I'm sorry, is you just pretend people, and they track that as on their server. So they go, not 1 or 2 of 10.
yeah.
One more to go.
So, Jim, have you decided or thought about getting DaVinci Resolve 18 yet?
I'm sorry, something about DaVinci, that's all I heard.
Have you thought about or decided to get DaVinci Resolve 18, or are you going to let it go a little longer before you get it?
I gotta double check to see what version I'm on at the moment.
Should be on 17, I would imagine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it does.
Probably 17.4 or something. I don't know, 10, 17.4.10 maybe.
Hard to say. Let me go take a look. I gotta open up something in order for it to actually.
Sure.
Come on, you. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. I'm in the wrong place. 17.4.6 is what I'm on at the moment.
I thought it was 10, but that's fine. I upgraded to 18. I've got the beta, and I don't know if it's going to change when they get it out of beta, but right now when you use some of the special effects, like the one I used this morning, it puts a big old DaVinci Resolve across the whole screen watermark.
Was that not there in 17?
Nope, it was not. But to do what I want to do, huh?
Maybe when it's out of beta, maybe it'll go away.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I am not going to go rush out tomorrow and buy DaVinci Resolve at all. I'm just not. I mean, it takes me a while to think things through and finally figure out what I want to do. And I'm hoping that when it gets out of beta mode that it goes away. That would be good. Probably won't, though. I did do a lot of research today, and one of the answers I came across was you have 2 choices. Put up with the watermark or buy DaVinci Resolve Studio. So, I don't think I'm going to take the time to figure out how to take each one of them little dots out with masking. That would just be too involved. My next goal, watermark or not, I don't really care at this point in time. My next goal is to actually get something on that second truck and get it to show up at the same time when those trucks are going down the road. And that's my test for the opening scene, because right now I could do the same thing on my opening scene, but it's going to have the big DaVinci Resolve watermark on it. So I don't want to do that. I just want to leave it as is for right now. So, Jim, have you seen the newest feature? Were you able to catch that?
Well, the banner or whatever it is on the back of the truck, I did see it.
No, the new feature to the channel itself.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh well, let's indoctrinate Jim to the new thing. So if everybody will turn your attention to the stream, once again, debuting for the 15th time tonight. Without further ado, new feature to my channel. Hello everybody. I'm going to start a new segment on the daily stream, and that's going to be called 101 So Bad They're Good Dad Jokes. And this is going to be the first of 101. So in 100 days, we will get to the end of the book. Along the way, I will give you some insight as to how this came to be in my possession. So the first one is, Dad, or son, did you get a haircut? Dad, no, I got them all cut. Thank you for watching. Now back to our regular stream. And Jim's priceless expression says it all.
So bad it's good, huh?
That's what the book says.
How about so bad it's horrible?
Well, the book says 101, so bad, they're good, dad jokes.
Did we shoot the person who gave that to you?
I can put him in the waiting room if you'd like.
Oh.
And he smiles. If we get to day 10 and it's still bombing like it is tonight, I'll probably do away with it. Let's take a vote on that now. Do we need to go 10 days?
No.
Okay, everybody's vote counts but Jim's. All those in favor? Oh, Tony says do away with it. I skimmed through. There's some pretty good ones in there. Did you hear about the skunk who fell into the river? He stank right to the bottom.
I put a link in chat.
What did the digital clock say to the grandfather clock? Look, Grandpa, no hands. So I don't know if they get better or not. I like them.
I think Jim's gonna leave stream.
No, he's got 34 minutes yet. It's okay, Jim. Breathe.
I have 34 minutes.
Breathe. Here, Jim, do this right here. This is all you got to do. Right here. Take your 2 forefingers and put them right here on this artery. You're fine. So, Jeff, you said something about a link in chat?
Yeah, I gave you a link in chat to some free online dad jokes.
Okay, I'll check into that. Like I need all the help I can get.
You know how I learned of any guy? This guy on YouTube, his name's Scammer Payback. He shut scammer call centers down.
Have you heard of a guy named Jim Brown?
Yeah, I've heard of him too. He's any guy too, and he can do the same thing that we were talking about. He can block the other person. He can hit a check mark, and that other person, the scam center, can't touch their computer. Because he put a check mark to block their mouth.
And that works. We tried that. That does actually work. Another feature I didn't like. Thank you for reminding me.
And also, it has another handy feature, blackout screen.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know a handy feature that it doesn't have?
Waiting room.
But
I wonder how long he'll sit there before he sends me a text and goes, ha ha, very funny. It doesn't have that feature. Can't hear you. You're mute.
I didn't even know it because it was sitting behind the desk.
Daggone, I should have left you in there. No, I like AnyDesk for the free version. It's going to be okay. There's a couple things I don't like. I don't do that much remote connection anymore. Maybe with the exceptions to Josh to fix his OBS, and I'm going to try to get that fixed again and not fix it after that again. So
43rd time.
I got a fresh clean copy installed on this new computer for this, so
Okay.
as long as he don't do anything with it.
oh, we have a really nice picture of a ceiling on Josh's end.
I told him to get on this new computer. I sent him the link over and everything.
He's having a rough time doing something. I muted him because he was letting some things slip out that didn't know to go over YouTube. So when he gets back, I do have something I would like to say, and hopefully he'll join us either on his computer or back on his phone. If he joins us on the phone, I really wish he'd turn it sideways because I do not like portrait. It just bugs me.
Is he at home or is he at Aunt Mary's?
He's in Aunt Mary's.
Okay.
I don't know if they got the Alexa working or not. That's another thing I need to ask him.
They got it working.
Oh, they did get...
When Doug said, Alexa, turn the lights on, he said, Alexa, shut up. So it's working.
That's funny. That's what I thought. I just looked at the clock and I thought, he's not here yet. Man, I better start thinking of 6 lottery numbers. So, are you going to be able to join us on the new computer, Josh, anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm getting on that now.
All right.
Yeah, just plug the webcam in and click on the Zoom link.
Hey, Rick.
On the desktop.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, I know how we can get to 17 now, but 15 of those are going to be Josh on 15 different devices.
Guys, it looks good.
Actually, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks a little off center, but looks all right. So, Josh, I got a couple things I want to say. I'm really proud that you took the Xbox back and listened to Alex. I know I gave you a pretty rough time about that, but you listened and you took it back and you did the right thing, I think, in my very low, humbled opinion. So I did want to let you know I'm very proud that you did that. That's a good job. I'm very happy you got your aunt a computer that I think both she and you are going to like. For God's sakes, though, don't put all that junk back on there. I'm begging you, please. I might even do my Star Trek Jim McCoy here in a minute. For God's sakes, man! Easy, Jim. You almost cracked a smile there. It was close. It was close.
Leonard McCoy.
Leonard McCoy, yeah. What did I say, Jim McCoy?
Yes, you did.
I'm old.
I put his N64 emulator on there, and I put his OBS on there, so we shouldn't need anything else on there for a while unless he's got other games he wants to install.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the guy that played McCoy actually was a big Western star prior to Star Trek.
Forrest McCoy? Or Forrest
Kelly.
Kelly, yeah. So, Josh, are you noticing any improvement over the new computer versus that Dell? Has he got the speakers hooked up? No, we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you.
Is he muted? No, he played on the speakers hooked up.
But we can't hear him either. It's like, what's the other one I've seen? Forrest Whitaker face?
No, you wouldn't be referring to the dad jokes.
Well, now he's muted. He wasn't muted before, but now he is.
Yeah, now he's unmuted. So, Josh, if you can hear us, nod your head yes or no. Or put your thumb up like that. That wasn't an option, but okay. Only Josh. Can you hear us? Nod your head yes or no.
Alright, so we can't hear you yet.
Right, we cannot hear you yet.
I probably need to log back into his computer and change his microphone input because they probably set on the wrong.
Yeah, that's
Does his
probably
webcam
a...
have a mic?
Yes. Yeah, it does.
So he's got one of the Logitech ones?
Yes.
C270, I believe, is it not?
Yes.
Well, Alex, I was watching some of your videos.
He'll get back to you in a minute, Sean.
Does he have another microphone? Does he have another mic?
No, not yet. Not yet, he doesn't. I think it's in the
He's gotta
works.
get one on the webcam going.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I think it is in the works.
You know, that's funny what they said when you came to visit him about the new house. You heard something about the house?
When I went to visit Alex, I said something about the house.
No, his friend or whoever was there, that's what it looked at the video.
Yeah, Robert went with us.
He's only got one speaker on here, but he's got two microphones. I'm guessing one microphone is the built-in microphone on the actual device itself, and one is the webcam.
That's
Josh,
new.
can you say something? Something. I can hear you.
Smart ass.
Okay, which mic did you have to activate?
Something.
We heard you, Josh. We got it.
It's there's two microphones, but it doesn't specify which one is the built-in and which one is the C270.
That is
What
weird.
I can do is I can go into the sound settings and disable the one that's the built-in.
Can you please get rid of that stupid board? I don't want that on there.
What?
The stupid widget thing.
What? You don't want a widget thing? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You sure? You don't want a widget thing?
So you want your widgets turned off?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex, turn them off.
Yeah.
I'll do that once I figure out how, because I mean, I'm really not that used to. I'm really not that used to Windows 11 at this moment, but
Just right click on the taskbar, I think, and just turn it off that way.
the only options I get when I right click on the taskbar is taskbar settings.
What are you looking for?
Widgets.
Widgets?
I don't even use it, I have no clue.
Fine, I'll Google it.
Can you not do a search with the search option and find it that way?
Go on the left blue thing, it's fine.
I don't like how Windows 10 included those widgets. After a couple of major updates to Windows 10, they now include it.
Sometimes after you update, you gotta go ahead and shut it off again.
Alex,
Yes, Gary.
on the blue box, open it up and type in widgets, it'll take you there.
The search bar,
Yeah,
start button.
yeah. Bottom left, whatever you wanna call it. It takes you there. It'll take you search, chat, view widgets, and chat.
Oh, did you put my hand in already?
No, I have not.
Yeah, launch settings, now select personalization, taskbar, from under the taskbar items, toggle off widgets option.
Yeah.
That's an old house with wood paneling on the walls.
With that?
Alex's house?
No, Josh's.
Oh, Josh's? Yeah.
Or Josh's aunt's house, or whatever, yeah. The wood paneling on the walls, I've never.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever.
We used to have wood paneling in our house in Pine River in the 80s.
Okay, I took care of it. It's off now.
Thanks.
Very good.
I gotta add in the other account to the computer.
I sure like that tiger on the wall, though. That's a nice, add-on.
Oh, my, thing on the wall, yeah. I've had that for, mine? You can't see mine.
No, I was talking about Josh's.
Josh's?
Josh has his aunt has a tiger on the wall back there.
I got
What is it, velvet paintings?
I don't know how to turn mine off, but
I can't feel my mouth or shit.
Okay, I think somebody needs the magnifying glass.
Or you can make the mouse cursor real big if you can find your mouse controls.
Yeah, I don't know who has the computer. I don't know. I have it. How has it though?
You have it.
You
I
got
just
it.
changed already.
So, Rick, did you get the fans installed you were working on earlier today?
yeah,
just started to watch that when Ken went live.
That was one of the reasons why I was a little late too, is I was actually watching Rick's stream.
That one I uploaded to my computer.
And your memory will be here when? Tomorrow?
I didn't know how fast it was gonna go.
I
But it
can't
said
be
like
my
5
mom
minutes.
at all.
It said 5 minutes left, and I said, well, shit. Really ain't no faster on the phone than it is on the computer, so.
Did you not install your Zoom text?
Oh, yeah.
Hey Rick, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm trying to find you. I typed Rick Lake into YouTube and it didn't pop up anything.
I can't see my mom at all.
How would I change that then? Because you can't see it apparently.
Well, I'll put it in chat for right now, and then I'll go figure out.
Apparently searching for it, it's not there.
There's is I put the link in the Zoom chat, and then let's go see. Okay, Sean, go to YouTube and go to the search bar and type in Rick Lakes.
Okay, yeah, I clicked on the link and it popped up.
Yeah, but I want to walk you through how to do it in case you can't get the link.
Okay.
So go back to just a plain YouTube and type in Rick Lakes in the search bar there.
Hang on, I'm going to the new thing. Okay, Rick Lake. Okay.
Now, if it doesn't pop up, he's got his picture on his channel. If it doesn't pop up, go to that word filters and click on that, and then go to the second column over. It says type, and scroll down to channel and click on that, and his should be the first one that pops up. Should be.
It is.
He's got 19 subscribers and 9 videos now.
Okay.
Josh, how long are you gonna be there for?
Sunday.
Wintermute, good evening. Good to see you. Excuse me. Wintermute joins us in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Rick, you just got a new subscriber.
20.
Thank you.
Anytime.
So my dad just found out the Dell that I gave him for Christmas like 3 years ago has an M-SATA drive, SSD drive, and he wants to get one, and I'm like, I don't know. There's a 512 for $69.99, but it says it's not faster than a regular SSD, and that's what he has in his computer right now. Why don't you want to get an M-SATA one if it's not even faster than the SSD that he has a Samsung 500 2.5-inch Samsung drive right now, and he wants to put an M-SATA in there. I'm like,
That's dumb.
no.
It's on the same bus. It's on the same bus. He won't get anything.
No, it's not gonna get anything from that.
Now, it might happen about this.
Yes.
Okay.
Capital R.
Okay.
So what could he put in there to gain anything? Is there anything at all he could swap that out for?
He'd have to have an NVMe slot.
Okay. Otherwise, he's just throwing money away?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, saw one channel today, I forget which Windows channel it was. There's speculation now that by the end of next year or the year after, to use Windows 11, Microsoft may require the boot drive to be an SSD. They may add that to the minimum requirements. That's all speculation at this point, but that's going around apparently.
And Rick, I have a question for Rick when he gets a minute.
Yeah.
I just started looking at the video that you posted, and maybe I'm not seeing it right, but the 3 fans that are on the top,
Yeah.
Are you sure they're all blowing in the right direction? Does the one towards the back looks like it might actually be?
No, they're always off.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it just looks so much funkier than the other two. The other two,
Yeah,
the
there's
frames are
two
sitting
different
up.
kinds of fans in there.
Yeah, okay,
One of them's Kansas, the other one's, Horsehair.
okay. It just looked funny to me for some reason. Yeah, whatever.
Josh, I'll put the Mac and Reflect on tomorrow.
So Jeff, that's a pretty good site you put in there. The best corny dad jokes.
Don't know if it was any good, just the first one that popped up in my search.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are really good. It says,
And
"Why
then-
do
then
fathers?"
I got a couple of them from someplace a while back and stuck on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Although I don't do Facebook very often.
This one makes sense. Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing? In case
They get a hole in one.
they get a hole in one, right? Yeah.
Hey Ken,
Yes, sir.
a man was coming out of a clock shop carrying a grandfather clock. He bumped in, a drunk man bumped into him. Man said, "Why don't you watch where you going?" The drunk man said, "Why don't you wear wristbands like everybody else?"
Now this is interesting.
Why don't you wear a wristwatch like everybody else?
Who you trying to impress?
Do what?
Telling dad jokes.
Now, some reason, my entire system just went blue screen with icons, blue screen no icons, and blue screen with icons. Everything just went away.
Dear Ken, in today's useless news from Las Vegas, former boxer Oscar De La Hoya wants to be the mayor.
Of Vegas?
Yeah.
Thought he was smarter than that.
Isn't he worth $500 million or something?
I don't know. Yeah. Worth more than me, but
Be right back.
that isn't saying it. That's a pretty low bar.
So, is he a Vegas resident?
Apparently.
I was gonna say, yeah. Be right back. My legs don't work.
Oh, he's a promoter now too. Not boxing anymore.
I hear whistling. Is that in here or outside? Must be outside because I don't hear it in this room. Okay, I'm back, obviously.
All right,
So-
he's not here now, but he's building a home here. Ken.
Okay. So I also got this today. And yes, it's a keychain. It's on my keys. You can see.
Oh, Razorback.
Yep.
Well, we'll overlook that.
Very, very surprised this morning. I always open the front door first thing in the morning and look out to see what the weather's like and see if there's anything out there. And I did that, and it wasn't probably 15, 20 minutes later, I got a message and said, check your front door. And sure enough, I had something. So thank you, Alex. I do appreciate that. I don't know that the 101 jokes are going to get read, though. That seems to be bombing really quick. I'll read one every day, though, including the ones I've already read. If you're talking to us, we cannot hear you. You are muted. You're getting forgetful in your old age.
I got my dad the same book.
Oh, good. We can get together and collaborate.
You can get with these, Dan. You can each reading the same sorry dad joke on the same day.
Yeah, really, go. Hey, what does yours say on page? Oh, they're not numbered. Never mind. Dad, have you ever heard of this new restaurant called Karma? Yep. There's no menu. Just get what you deserve.
Alright, guys, I'm done for the night. I'm getting off.
All right, Josh. You got to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, take care.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, and don't work too hard.
Yeah.
Good night.
Computer's doing okay.
Sounds like it is. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Oh, an hour and 35 minutes already. Wow, that's amazing. That went by quick.
He's doing really good, a whole lot better than I expected, but,
Well, a lot of that's probably thanks to you, Alex, so
Yeah.
you put a lot of work into it.
staying out. I'm not complaining. I don't understand though, why I've never had a computer take up 2 gigs for internal graphics. 16 gigs of memory, but only 14 is usable because 2 will be used by the.
You can change that in BIOS. You can stop it from the internal video card from taking its own storage, and it'll use the whole video card settings instead of borrowing tool from the operating system.
Now, does this AMD CPU, is this one with graphics in it, or does it have a separate video
It's
card?
one with the graphics. I suspect the reason why it has 2 gigs is set up like that out of the box to use 2 gigs for the graphics card is because it can run 3 displays. It has the ability to run.
Well, most of what he uses isn't gonna take 14 gigs, I mean, so.
No, I would think not.
But I figure that's the reason why it's like that, because it has the ability to run.
Well, that makes sense, Alex. At least to this old befuddled old man, so.
But then again, my mom's computer and my computer both have the ability to run 3 screens and our computer basically you're using.
Well, I think it just depends on the design of the board and how the BIOS is set up. Earlier computers didn't take that much memory for graphics, but.
Well, the scary thing is if he can adjust that in BIOS, I don't think he can adjust it in BIOS remotely, can he?
I can't.
Right. So you've got to rely on Josh to do this.
Don't have it really at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bring it up. I would just tell him everything's good. And
Yeah, and I can't imagine he's got anything that combined with the OS is gonna take 14 gigabytes of memory.
let me go. Yeah. Oh, you know what?
So Mrs. K doing a long shift?
Yeah, she's 2 today to 6 in the morning. And then on the 23rd, that's why I suggested the 23rd, she's doing the same thing again, 2 to 6. We finally today got her direct deposit straightened out. And when I say we got her direct deposit straightened out, I literally mean I got her direct deposit straightened out with her giving them permission to talk to me or me permission to, however that works. And on the computer, it wouldn't work. And the second guy I talked to, obviously a younger person, he says, well, sir, do you have an iPhone? I said, well, sure I do. He goes, well, log in on the iPhone and I promise you this will work. Yeah, I'm open-minded enough. I log in on my iPhone and sure as hell it works.
It wouldn't work on your computer.
It would not work on the computer. The changes we need to make, you could not make on the computer, but it worked on the iPhone. So my first thought was, why did the previous 2 people I spoke to not know to suggest to use the iPhone? Were they older and set in their ways like I am, or what? But it's fixed now. Her next check will be direct deposit in 2 weeks. So
I'm curious, because not everybody has an iPhone.
well, he also mentioned Android. He just, do you have an
No, I
iPhone?
mean, not everybody has a smartphone of any type.
That's true too.
Now it's mostly.
I won't mention anybody in the chat, but he's like 2 boxes over from my right. Oh, hey, Greg.
What, Alex?
Yeah, Alex.
No, he's 2 boxes over. Actually,
Well,
to your left.
yeah, on my screen, he's over that way. So,
I'm not on the first box.
I was thinking, though, they've got a person in that building where she works that's supposed to have taken care of this a month ago. And
I mean, all you ought to have to do is give them the routing number and the account number. They should be able to do it from there. Boom, boom.
exactly, and that's what we did. And the girl put in an extra number, and it rejected it. So what we had
Can't
to,
read or can't type, one or the other.
or both. She's new. The excuse was, "Oh, you have to forgive her. She's new. She's been here 2 weeks." Okay, that was 6 weeks ago.
Supervised.
Yeah, exactly.
Reminds me of an administrative assistant we used to have when I worked in Tennessee. One of her jobs was to make corrections to documents. And I would get a draft and mark it up, send it back, and it would come out with more mistakes than it had in the first place. You know?
Yeah.
And finally, we just got to where if it was done in Word or Word Perfect or whatever we were using at that time, just go ahead and fix it yourself and be done with it.
Yep. Jim, is it a humor shirt we have on today, or just one with a graphic design on it?
It's not humor.
Not humor. Okay.
No, it's not humor. It happens to be, it's funny, you mentioned McCoy. It's funny you should have mentioned that.
Uh-oh, here we go. Star Trek.
Risk is our business.
That is kind of ironic that I mentioned that. I know I did not see your shirt until just now. That is very ironic. Well, Jeff, if you'll do your deal and look at the stream, I'll do my deal and get it set
I've
up.
almost got it memorized by now.
I'll have to change it then. We are at an hour and 42 minutes.
Have you done your spelling corrections yet?
No. Doggone it.
Have to be a jerk.
I'm not even sure I got it set up right, to be honest with you. I changed everything around today, and I have no clue if this is going to work. I actually split up one of my scenes and moved the sources around.
Well,
And naturally it
used to say
doesn't.
in the old days, good enough for government work.
Well, obviously it didn't work because it looks like I have a black screen.
I saw those 3 watermarks on the left-hand side.
If I put my cursor.
Hello,
in the
everybody.
screen, then I can see
I'm going to start a new segment
side box
on
in lower
the
right.
daily
There
stream,
we go.
and that's going to be called.
Here comes the dad joke.
No, I turned it off because I don't want to hear it again, and if I don't want to hear it again, nobody else does. So I've got to figure out what I forgot to bring over. So I'm going to go to the outro and see if it works. Yeah, that works there. And then there comes.
Here we go.
Yeah, that part's working.
All right.
Well, let's not get too
I want to hear it.
excited just yet. Because if it doesn't kick over like it's supposed to at the end. Oh, I know what's wrong. That was my mistake. I relied on the Stream Deck that I've not changed yet. That was me. Yep, that works just fine. All right, so let's go back to here. No dad jokes because I turned it off. And I will go, will I be able to do that or not? Good question. Oh, Josh just sent me a text. Here we go. This will be good. I will share that after we're off the line. So, Alex, are you still with us? Well, I'm going to see if I can figure it out
He's
first.
muted, but he's there.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can figure this out first. I think I can do this. What the hell? Why? Ugh. Well, okay, so I have my screen set up perfect. Screen number 1 is in front of me. Screen number 2 is to my left. Screen number 3 is to my right. Alex and I today, in trying out these different remote logins, my screen 2 became my screen 1, my screen 3 became my screen 2, my screen 1 became my screen 3. Fine, I can straighten that out in right click, change them to 1, 2, 3. But my icons decided they were going to follow in the same example, and my icons are now wherever the hell they want to be. So now let's try this again. Rant over. Watch the YouTube stream. I'm going to press the button in 3, 2, 1. So far, so good. While that's running, I'll give the shout outs to Tony Wallow, Wintermute, Doug Betts, Jeff Ryman, and a bunch of other people that I've missed. Robert Michael, Jim, who's in the chat room, Kenny Witten, Greg Guy, and I think that's everybody. And should go to the login, or the logo, login, whatever. And there it goes. With that, I will end the stream. Because it'll